Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for us to watch the next Marvel movie. So, as we've done before, we're watching all the Marvel movies, see what we think before the movie and then after the movie, and see what everyone else thinks in the comments, and just things like that. So, our tagline for this movie is Handsome Man and Rich Asshole Share a Disagreement. Another one is, because we've had this ongoing thing, because it's basically Avengers 3, the debate escalates. So, my favorite scene from this movie, I already know it, is the helicopter scene. Chris Evans looks amazing when he does that. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, just know that Chris Evans is going to look amazing when he does this scene. So it was made in 2016. Well, it came out in 2016. $250 million to make it. $1.15 billion made. Damn! And recently, as of this recording, Captain Marvel crossed $1 billion, so good for her. Stan Lee cameo is the FedEx cameo. It's a cameo. He doesn't do anything special there. I like this movie a lot. This one is when your action figures they just go to town on each other. That's what this is. You can just get to see a bunch of people fight, and it's really cool, and it's just a lot of fun. This is what Batman vs Superman should have been, but it wasn't. And it's just great. There's some really good just hero fighting. Like, you don't want heroes to fight, but you get to see heroes fight, and it's really good. Some things, though, that are in this movie, I hate the concept of blaming the hero that they don't save everyone. I think that's just crap. They can't save everyone. It's just not possible, no matter how good a hero is. Even Superman can't save everyone. Like, it's just not a thing that can be done. You just can't. And so, there's stuff like that comes up in this, and it's just annoying, because the heroes get blamed for not saving everyone. They can keep trying to do better, they just can't be perfect. Because no one is, even heroes. The other one I don't like is the theory that bad guys only show up because the good guys are there, and then they just keep escalating. I just hate those theories. I really do. Spider-Man's amazing. I really like Winter Soldier and Falcon. I like their dynamic. I like that they don't like each other, but they work together. I think there's potential there when we see them in this movie together. And I just like a lot of this movie. It's a very fun movie. Everyone loves the villain. I hate the villain. I don't care for the villain. I think he's dumb, but everyone thinks he's amazing. And like, this is one of the ones where I'm in the minority. But every fight's pretty good on this. And when it's like the SWAT attack was pretty good. When Cap's trying to keep everyone alive is amazing. Like, there's a lot of good scenes in this movie. It's a very good movie. That's why I like it so much. And this is from the Russo brothers. This is their second movie. They do Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. I don't think they've done anything outside of those four movies. And they're just really good. So here we are, going to see this movie. So tell us what you think before watching the movie, what you remember, and after. See the movie. Movie over. Okay, so it's a hell of a movie. So there's two Marvels, which is why it's so weird people say they're all the same. You got the serious ones, and then the funny ones. Like, there's the fun rides, and then the, like, entertaining rides. Like, Civil War is a very entertaining, more serious movie, just like Winter Soldier. Whereas something like Guardians of the Galaxy is extremely fun. Very fun to watch, very fun ride. I would not call Infinity War a fun movie. Parts of it are fun. Most of the Guardians and Thor parts. But it's also quite dour in the end. So, like, it's a very serious movie. That's what the Russo brothers do. Like, they works out. I assume Endgame's not going to be that fun. It'll have fun parts, but it's going to be very serious in a lot of points. But, so, like, Civil War just gives you some clues as to how Infinity War is going to be, because it's the same guys. This movie's really good. Something that's not mentioned, there's like some tie-in comic that tells you the Black Panther. So T'Challa's been Black Panther for 10 years by this point in Civil War. You don't really get that. You think he just got Black Panther now because his dad died or something. One thing about it I want to say about T'Challa and T'Chaka is they're kind of hypocrites because they want to do the Sokovia Accords while they are secretly been Black Panther and all this stuff for the longest time. They've been doing things with their own impunity for a very long time. And like, no, these guys should be under wraps. Not us. No, we're okay. We're okay. We're going to keep doing things how we want to do things. But, then, Black Panther movie happens and he's more open. Still, they're signing this thing, or they're even heading this thing, right? Like the hell. A different tagline for this movie after seeing it is Ferris Bueller's really shitty day. I know what Rob Downey Jr. isn't Ferris Bueller, but he looks just like him in that young version they showed in the movie. It looked more like Matthew Broderick was just in the movie too. It was more that than Robert Downey Jr. to me. He just looks like him. It's weird. It's weird. But the action's pretty good. The airport fight's great. The final fight's great. It's all very fun and good. I enjoyed the movie a lot. Just good action. And I like the little funny bits they did have. Like when you have the airport fight, there's a lot of little funny bits in there because it's hero on hero action, but they're also still having fun with it anyway. So you have all this stuff with like Ant-Man was very fun and entertaining. I see the potential in Falcon and Bucky. I see the potential in those two. Like they could have a Falcon and Captain America movie. They could still do that where it's Bucky America and Falcon. It could work. I think they have the potential to have a fun, like friendly, but also like basically frenemy. That's the best word for it. They like each other, but they hate each other too. They're continuing on Captain America's will, but it's the two of them, and it could be fun. I think it could work out. Um, just I still like even Infinity War. It's hard. The chemistry between Vision and Wanda is hard. It's hard to bridge that chemistry. Like because Vision's being Vision, it's really hard to get that chemistry because that's how the actors got to do it. Maybe the actors got more emotional range. It's just not being displayed here because he's got to be very emotionless. Like it's not easy, not easy. Like it's all on her, and you can see a lot of remorse and sadness on her, or just whatever feeling she's got. But it's still very one-sided, so it's hard to just get that one. A fun one is Black Widow and Hawkeye. Like the two of them, they look like they're friends. The way they acted, it feels like yeah, they are friends, and that's done pretty well. Funny scene. The funny scene is Black Widow shooting T'Challa, just shooting Black Panther, just stuns him. He runs, stuns again, runs and stuns. He never learned to jump. Black Panther does a lot of jumping around. Not at this moment. He doesn't jump over her shots. He just lets her hit him again and again. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. And it would be too funny, but they wouldn't do it. She's like, sorry, and then shoots him again. Like, if she did it one more time, just because she could. For comedy, that'd be better, but in character in the movie itself, it would not make sense for her to shoot him anymore. They're already gone at that point. But it would have been hilarious to me, at least. The FedEx scene, Stanley at the end with the FedEx scene, Tony stank. It made me laugh. I think it's one of the better cameos, just because of that joke right there. And poor Rhodey, losing his legs, but he kind of gets them back when he's War Machine later. Yeah, he's got robot pants. Like, this is how they just not cure, but they help people become able-bodied, is Tony just comes up with nanomachines to help everyone walk and stuff like that. Like, more able as far as people who lost movement, I guess? No, he could just make it all nanomachines connected to the head and then anyone can walk. I don't know. Like, he's ridiculous in the comics. Tony Stark gets ridiculous with his technology in the comics. So it could still happen in the movies. Just the only reason why it happens is because Tony Stark has to do it. Like, he doesn't get the idea that, oh yeah, I should come up with better healing materials until people start getting wrecked. So in this case, Rhodey he lost his legs, so he's helping him get his legs back. I just like the movie. It's a pretty fun movie. It's good action, interesting story going on there with Zemo, and still hate Zemo. Oh yeah, the ending with Zemo, where he's like, where Bilbo's like, well, you failed. He's like, did I? I just want him to say, yeah. Well, currently he succeeded. Like, the Avengers are broken up. Like, there's still Avengers, but not as many. And then it would take something to bring them back together, and it's the next Avengers movie. And how does Zemo feel about the snap is a good question. He's like, oh man, if I didn't break them up, maybe they could have stopped it better. I just Spider-Man's amazing. This is a really good Spider-Man. He's got the young Spider-Man down so well, and Homecoming really nails it and even better. He just really has it. Tom Holland's got it. He's like, 22 as of Infinity War? So he's basically a kid, kind of. He's an adult, but also a kid. So he's able to pull it off pretty well. And I'm hoping they're not in high school anymore by the next Spider-Man movie, because he's not high school anymore. He's 22, so make him adult. We don't need to be in high school forever with Spider-Man. He at least moved on in the Sam Raimi's. He was only in high school for the first movie, but we only need him to be in high school in the first movie anytime they do another Spider-Man. That's really it. So hopefully after the next one, he's not in high school anymore, and we get adult Spider-Man or college Spider-Man, I guess, which usually leads into Lizard. But yeah, Spider-Man was pretty fun. I like that they went with a younger Aunt May, because it's an aunt, not a grandmother. Really, she had to be his grandmother in the originals. There's no way she's his aunt. Come on. Or she's like a family friend. I guess there's families with like generational gaps between siblings. But is she sister to the father or the mother? Is that ever gonna? I have no idea. But I like the younger Aunt May, because then they're hinting at her and Happy a little bit, or maybe it's one-sided with Happy. I don't know, but that could be fun. But that's enough speculating on other movies. One more thing about this one. I guess Zemo basically won by the halfway point. Like, the second he was able to activate Winter Soldier and get the information about Siberia, he won at that point. As long as he got away, he was going to complete the rest of it. Because at that point, if they kill the Winter Soldier and then they find out the truth, then that's going to break the Avengers apart. If they do what they did, which is they get over there and they see the tape, well then yeah, they break apart there too. So basically the only way his plan would have failed is if Tony Stark wasn't the one who showed up and they decided to keep it a secret from Tony. That was the only way it was going to work out against him. So mostly his plan was working out for him. It's just a weird plan, but comes together. And still don't care for the guy. Still don't care. I don't. People really like him. I don't. Okay, so the rankings. So we got Civil War here. It beats Avengers 2. Does it beat Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Avengers? Pretty good movie. I'm putting it fourth place under Winter Soldier. Like, Winter Soldier was a better movie. So Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Avengers 2, Ant-Man, Captain America, Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man 2. I don't think anything's going to get below Iron Man 2 at this point. I think it's pretty solid from this point on. Like, we have Doctor Strange, which isn't the best, but it ain't going that low. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Thor 3, Black Panther, and then Infinity War. Like, after Doctor Strange, it's nothing but... Doctor Strange is good, but it's just really good movies all the way after that point. We haven't had a dud yet. Like, some people maybe didn't like one movie or another for whatever reason, but overall, these are all solid movies. They just keep making good movies. Things puts it at fourth place as part 2 of Avengers 2, which it kind of is. It's Avengers 3. It really is. So she has it at fourth as well. So there you go. Interesting where we have our movies up on this thing. Where do you have it ranked? What do you think of the movie? I think at one point in my life it would have been number 1. It definitely would have been. But just seeing it again and again, I just really don't like Zemo. So the villain hurts it for me because I don't really care for him. Well, like, Winter Soldier is really good. Avengers, of course, has Loki, and it's just a really good ensemble there. Guardians is definitely more fun than Avengers, but Avengers at 2 is pretty good. Winter Soldier 3. So that right there is the video. I had fun talking. I had fun watching and listening, and that's what's up, isn't it? Having fun. Let's come by and see you next time for Doctor Strange.